Else, the inspiration, and I like to say the theme, the theme for this project, my inspiration is empowering the people of God to stand in a position of victory, and they stand in victory through praise. Now I've got to be honest with you. The reason why I feel like that for everybody else is because that's what I embraced in myself. I needed that for myself, and a lot of these songs were my response to challenges that I was dealing with. Songs like Unstoppable Praise, I was being faced with a lot of challenges, and so I made up in my mind to stand, and like the word of the song stand, and my praise was going to remain unstoppable. In other words, I wasn't going to allow that to take me out of the game. And that right there is the message, what we're trying to relay to the people of God. That, hey, regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what the situation is, the circumstance, you can still stand in a position of victory. You can still decree and declare victory over your own life.
Can't you feel God moving? Oh, by His Spirit. And He's loosing every chain. I know the Lord is. The song that the Lord allowed us to do on the album Victorious is actually He's Here to Make You Whole. And what is quite interesting is when M.D. Stokes brought the song to my attention, I was not a big fan of the song. I felt that it was just, your regular foot stomping, hand clapping, ordinary, predictable arrangement. But he told me, he said, no, that song is for you. Yes, and it's good to know that He is every change. I just sit back in awe because I think about the words. He really is here to make you whole. And I think about the song. A lot of times you sit in church and you may be just lifting up your hands, and sometimes you may not be able to feel the actual Spirit of God. But as you avail yourself, I thought about the words of the song that actually said, yes, can't you feel Him moving by His Spirit? And the Lord is here. Here to make everything that you're going through, every situation that you may handle, any change that may be binding your life, when you think about what the song says, it really ministers to your spirit to realize that God really is here to make you whole.
There are a lot of things that a lot of people don't know that for me, it was challenging just to stay focused, stay encouraged. Financially, we didn't have all the money that we needed. And it's always a challenge to get everybody to see what you see. And I think that was a challenge also.
All right, real quick, what I'd like to take this to the next level now is I need for, even when we rehearse, I need you to give me more personality now. All right? What I want is, ooh, ooh. I want you to do more Show me more. Make it more theatrical. Make it more dynamic. Make it more like you're getting into a personality or getting into a character. You understand what I'm saying?
There were many that I think just went along for the ride, and the vision became more open to them as they began to see the manifestation of things. That was hard. It was hard seeing and knowing God said it from the beginning, and then trying to convince everybody else, that God said it, and then hey, just believe, just try, and I'm telling you, I promise you, it's gonna unfold, and that was challenging. But hey, we're here. We made it. To God be the glory. And that's victory right there. It's all mindset.
The song that I did is called Better to Know. Of course, it's with MD Stokes and Victorious Praise. It's an awesome song. It has such a beautiful message and such a victorious message. To me, the song is very liberating because sometimes we forget or sometimes we doubt, and it's so easy to just go back and just say, well, you know what, God, I don't know if you can do it, or I don't know if you're gonna do it. But just to have the faith to really believe in God and to believe in the God that we serve and everything about him and who he is, that song is exactly what that stands for. Just believing that God will do whatever he says he's gonna do, believing that he'll carry out his word and his will, because his word won't return void. I know that you can. Sending strength through just one word. Hallelujah. You can make this nation whole, but for the sake of our future and our destiny fulfilled, I know that you can. God is awesome, and he's just so wonderful, and the city overall is such a blessing, and Victorious Praise is a movement. I'm very excited. It's contagious, and God is doing it, and I thank God for that.
I really can't speak. I really couldn't answer that question. For one, I don't necessarily feel like it's so different. To me, this is just our own way of saying a lot of things that we've heard in the past. There's nothing new under the sun. I don't think that we're so much more special than anybody else. I believe that everybody who's seeking to please God right now has good projects. So I can't really say that this is different. All I can say is that this is us.
My name is Tiffany Dunbar, and I am a soprano in MD Stokes and Victorious Praise. The songs that I sung on here were You've Got the Victory and You Can Make It, and the songs are very inspirational to me. And my expectations for the CD, I expect it to change people's lives and to bless them. You've Got the Victory to me means no matter what situation that you're going through, no matter what the circumstance is, we just want to let you all know that you've got the victory and you can overcome everything by the grace of God. And to me, that song was very, comforting, because I was going through some things in my life, and the song really encouraged me and touched me and blessed me. You can make it. My favorite line on that song was actually when we said, but through it all, you can still stand, just as long as you hold to God's unchanging hand. And to me, that was actually encouraging also, because it was letting me know that no matter what the situation is, no matter what you're going through, as long as you're holding on to God's hand, he can see you through whatever, no matter what it is. And, the song actually was really a blessing to me, because it's saying that you can make it. And we just want to encourage you out there that you can make it. I know that it's a lot of circumstances that people are going through. You got bills on top of one another, and, it's young mothers out there that have children out of wedlock, fathers nowhere to be found. And we just want to encourage you that you can make it. Amen.
When we did this project, when we believed God, there was no pattern. Some people can say, was you trying to create a sound that sounded like so-and-so, or did you try? No, there was no pattern. If somebody says it sounds like so-and-so, then so be it. If some people say, it's kind of got a Ty Tribbett vibe or Kirk Franklin, but I don't know, I don't hear all that. All I know is that we just did whatever God said to do, whatever came natural to us. And it wasn't no spiritually deep thing where we all had to sit up and fast 12 years to try to hear the sound that hasn't been heard before. It wasn't like that. We finished the project, and I expect God to do just what he said he was going to do. That's it. I expect people to be blessed. I expect for people to stand as a result of hearing these words of encouragement. I expect a spirit of tenacity to come under the hearts and the minds of every believer that hears these words and embraces these words for themselves. Yo, this is MD Stokes of MD Stokes of Victorious Praise, and I think you need to go get that out. Victorious. That's good.